welcome to my channel. My next request is Lara Fabian singing Mirage. I love Lara. She is one of my favorite singers. This was requested by Gerald. I think I forgot to tell you about that last one. That Orelsan and Stromae song was requested on April 24th. I keep forgetting to do that. Shame on me. This was requested by Gerald on the 5th of May, or excuse me, the 4th of May of 2025. And he wrote, It's only live I've found of this song. It's a phone video, so the quality isn't the best, but it's a very beautiful song with English subs. Well, the English subs are the auto-translate kind, so they may or may not be any good. I don't know. We'll see. If they're really bad, I sometimes will turn them off in the middle of the song just because they're not helping at all. But before we get into the song, I first have to get into you and say thank you for coming here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all that you do for my channel, and especially for the wonderful comments. Thank you so much. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist so you can support them as well. But I put the link to the song that I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia if I can find anything that makes any sense and is relevant. I don't put the link to the reaction request form though, because I'm not currently accepting new requests. I've got over 3,100 in my queue already. I've got to take care of some of those. I promised I would, and I will. But I'll live stream on Sunday for 3 hours, beginning at 4 p.m. UTC on Rumble. So if you come to Rumble on Sunday at 4 p.m. UTC and you put a request in the chat, I'm going to react to it live. So this is Lara Fabian singing Mirage. And this says live in Yutz.
Je vous parlais de l'inspiration tout à l'heure et de ce qu'on ressent lorsque pour la première fois on est traversé par ces vagues d'émotions qui nous font écrire ce qu'on n'est pas capable de dire. Ça s'est passé un soir, je suis rentrée à la maison, comme bien des fois, un peu fatiguée. Et je venais de recevoir une magnifique musique par email. Jenny Coomer, qui a écrit Bambina, m'avait envoyé une autre mélodie. Et alors que je traversais certaines émotions étranges, j'ai voulu imaginer une chanson qui serait le reflet d'une illusion. Toujours en parlant d'amour. Alors certains d'entre vous la connaissent peut-être. Eh oui, je sais, YouTube. Alors, pour faire en sorte qu'une douleur ne reste pas, qu'une mémoire vivante soit positive, et que la vérité triomphe toujours, j'ai imaginé cette petite chanson. C'est tout cassé, tout déchiré, un petit bout de moi vient de se détacher, un être passé, une étincelle s'est infiltrée. Empoisonnée, prise dans ses chairs, je me cache en silence entre deux vieilles prières, ramassant les heures qu'il a jetées dans son trouble cœur. Quelle est la peine qui nous unit?
How does she do that? How does she do that? And what did I just do there? What in the world? Okay. I don't know what I did. Did I close my browser? No. That's weird. Okay. Well, you don't get to see this stuff. I'm just crazy. That's what it is. I'm crazy. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Even though it was... Okay, stop this now. Dadgummit. These new headphones that I have, if you touch them, they start up Apple Music out of the clear blue sky for no reason. And of course, I touch them because I'm putting them on and off. And so it does some wacky stuff. I can't explain it. It's just nutty. You know, these product developers, they try to make stuff so that it's got all these fancy features to it. And sometimes they're not quite as helpful as people think they are. But anyway, let's get back to the music. I thought that was great. I didn't think that Gerald said that it was a cell phone recording, but I didn't think it was that bad. Excuse me. Yes, the sound isn't, the best, but it's Lara. The sound doesn't have to be the best for you to hear that she's the best. She has such a fantastic way of singing. And I thought the very end, where she just voiced the word mirage twice, is emblematic of the kind of performer she is. That is the perfect touch to put on the end of that song. It's such a melancholy sound, and it's so heartrending, the melody and the words of that song, that to end it like that was just the perfect way to do it. Mirage. And she just, she just barely says it into the mic. You can just barely hear her, but you can still understand every word. That's the incredibleness of Lara Fabian. She is amazing. She's fantastic. She's one of the best. One of the very best in the world. Really, really something. That was a great request. Thank you very much for that. Before we move to the next one, I do want to pray. And my prayer for you today is that you will become closer to God, and that you will begin to depend upon Him for everything in your life. And you know why? Because if you depend on God for everything in your life, you're going to have everything you ever need and every desire fulfilled. And you can't beat that. You just can't. So that's why I pray for you. And I pray that same thing for every person that you love. This is the Vietnam Era Vet, out.